It appears as though the macro upside could be commencing. Over the last couple of days, the asset has contracted below critical levels in multiple timeframes, which can lead to a massive mean reversion. Let's review the psychological formations, statistical probabilities, and the proprietary algorithms for the incoming upward trend. Welcome back to the channel on this Theta Burn Thursday. This is ARCa. Let's dive into AMC. Let's kill them. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC here on the daily time frame. So the first psychological formation we're going to take a look at here is actually the bullish engulfing true green outside bar formation that you're getting here, right? So please notice that the bullish engulfing candle formation consists of one larger green body engulfing the prior red body, right? Take a look at this. We are also noticing that the wick, the shadow, right? Take a look at this wick right here, right? It's falling beneath the prior day's low. And the top of the candle already and the wick are obviously above the prior day's high on that red bar. This marks off. Now, I'm going to give you a third formation here too, right? So this is three formations within one thing here. We have what's called a tweezer bottom formation, very bullish. We have the bullish engulfing, and we have the true green outside bar. And now I gotta give you one more thing that's gonna give you another upside probability on this, right? So that's actually gonna be located in the more immediate short term, right? So what we're observing here is also the presence of an inversed head and shoulders, right? Just like this right here, right? You have the shoulder, and the head. Now, to identify the trend line here, this is going to be a regression, right? A lot of the times these inverted head and shoulders are thought to be measured only across, but that is incorrect, team. We can absolutely measure inverse head and shoulders just like this, and take a look at the amount of confluence within the top end of this neckline. So that would give us a pretty interesting upside return, right? So psychologically speaking, we would be given here a target of about, well, what do you know, $4.86. If you recall, just a few days ago, we were talking about the reversion on this starting because of the 5-month closure coming up in 6 days and 19 hours. Now, when we approach the closure of these macro timeframes, there is typically some type of reversion to a 50% mean, right? So take a look at this. The mean here would be at around $4.89 at the 50%. That is also rhyming with the immediate short-term time frame inverse head and shoulders, right? That is looking pretty good so far, guys. Now, the bi-monthly is also another candle that's going to be closing here in the next 5 days, 6 days and 19 hours, right? And the monthly as well. So why don't we just go ahead and kind of measure this one out too, right? So just like this here, and let's drag it right up in here. And you can see that the 50% on this bar would be right at around 455. And let's go ahead and take a look at what the monthly time frame would be as a reversion, right? So already suggesting 455 on that bi-monthly time frame, which we are clearly on our way, right? So now the monthly time frame is already at its 50% retrace. Now that makes it a very important thing here because we have some acting support right below current price action, right? So price action in the after hours stopped at about $4.33. And you can see here that we closed at $4.36 intraday, right? So now we're going to go ahead and mark off the support areas, right? So this would be your bottom side support starting from the low of this monthly candle being at around that 432 level. And we would mark it off to around this top zone right here. So immediate short-term support could be found at 434 to 432. And let's adjust it like this. 434 to about that 432, right? That's going to be our top side. And just in case we have some further downside to go or some support at the lower bounds, our newly converted resistance into now support could be found down here at 424 to 429, right? So we're going to go ahead and leave those receipts printed on there as well, right? So of course, we just got to observe these lower targets just in case. Mind your 50% within these zones, right? Always mind that 50%. So 427 would be right split in the middle of that, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and now take a look at the more immediate short-term time frame, because I have something very interesting to show you here with volatility and momentum. But before we do so, team, please go ahead and consider hitting the links on your left-hand side here. Make sure to join the ARCa Bulls trading team. Guys, I can't tell you some of the gains that we've been experiencing over the last couple of days here with considering tickers like MSTR, right? This is a ticker team, so you can see that we've been trading in the ARCa Bulls trading team with an entry at about the 180 zone. This was our entry zone right here, 180, 187, right? And this thing has just been ripping from that 187 to today, getting up to that 236.54, and our first bound target has been met now over the last 2 weeks of 228.79. Congratulations to you, team. And of course, we are also talking about continuation to the upside on this ticker. I don't even want to tell you about the targets that we were talking about Tesla yesterday before it actually made this massive run to the upside, guys. We were already looking at those upsides. Make sure to join this team, and I assure you here, a very, very interesting time, right? So let's go ahead and come right back in to AMC here and see what we got here as far as the volatility signature, right? So I always like to see this, guys. Huge volatility expansion, potential contraction, and downside on the stochastic momentum. Why? Because that immediate short-term time frame already gave us a pump to the upside like nobody's business, right? Now, as you jump into the buy hourly, check this out. Massive volatility expansion. If you're gonna observe volatility in any way, observe it like this. Volatility represents dispersion of returns, right? So if this thing is expanding, that means that we're quite literally hitting the throttle on whatever the direction that stochastic momentum is telling us that we're going. Stochastic momentum here is pivoted straight to the upside right now with that throttle pressed to the ground, right? So that's already giving us the upside probability even further. What I am observing here, team, is not in any type of discretion. I am observing mathematical models. I am observing things that are outside of just opinion, right? This is not opinion-based. This is simply what the charts are saying. All right, now 3-hour time frame AMC. Upside on that indicator for the VHM, the volatility heat map, and upside on stochastic momentum. But most importantly, I know that some of you are going to identify this as above the 80% of stochastic momentum, meaning that it's overbought. But wait up just a second. Immediate short-term time frame. We already talked about the pullback into this area here, 429. 432, maybe 424, splitting them between here, 427, right? We already see that downside is coming in. 30-minute time frame already curving towards that downside. But what if we jump into the 4-hour? What does that 4-hour say? Well, holy crap, look at that. We have a volatility phase going towards expansion, and we are just entering the bullish control zone with a straight upside pivot on that 4-hour time frame. I love the 4-hour time frame pivot there because that gives us at least a day or two of upside. 6-hour time frame. Look at this. We are about to get that upside into the bullish control zone, and we still haven't seen the upside pivot here on volatility. This thing is getting a little interesting here, team. Check it out. Massively contracted in this blue zone for so long, guys, and we are about to shift to this upside here. 12-hour time frame in this entire blue zone, and we are now shifting towards that upside. This is what I mean, guys. We have multiple time frames within the contractive zone. This is potentially indicating the end of a downside here. This could be part of a V-shaped recovery. Okay, you guys, this is and remember, I am risk off this asset. I am both short and long biased as a trader, so I do not care what direction this goes in. I am going to simply speak to you the truth about where this asset can go. How do I know all this? I am also a stock trading instructor. Make sure to get in touch with me at ArcMastersCourse@gmail.com. I want you enrolled. I want you to make a difference in your portfolio. Make sure to hit me here, and I'll put you into the beginners the master program, right? That would be the charting and trading mentorship program, guys. So multiple time frames, psychologically speaking, multiple signals. And one more thing to share with you guys is my proprietary algorithm here, right? This would be an HFT, a high frequency trade system that I have. And this is particularly only the indicator side of things, right? So let me show you what this is actually showing us, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pull up channels here, which is my script, right? This is something that I wrote. I want to give you this information from the 30-minute time frame. I want you to focus on this 30-minute time frame. buy signal. There's no signal in sight for sell, right? Hourly time frame giving us the buy signal right down here. No sell signal in sight, right? Let's go ahead and look at the buy hourly. Buy hourly time frame, buy signal, no sell signal in sight. 3-hour time frame, buy signal. 4-hour time frame, buy signal. We have a 6-hour time frame, buy signal right down here with no sell signal in sight. 8-hour time frame, buy signal. And guess what? Even the 12-hour time frame is suggesting a massive buy signal, which, by the way, recovered finally from our indicator here, giving us the sell signal at $4.83, which is what? Guys, that 483 is, yes, the 5-month retrace. It is the inverse head and shoulders that we were talking about in the immediate short-term time frame coming up to that target there. Guys, there are a lot of things rhyming with that 483 to 491, 489 target, right? Let's see if we can actually make this happen here, team. But very interesting times are coming in for AMC. I'm very surprised over the comings on this right now. So please be careful trading this asset. Okay, you guys, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off the video. We'll talk very soon. And if any questions, go ahead and hit me up. But remember, most importantly, make sure to sign up to the ARCa Bulls trading team and also the Masters course, right, guys? I want to see you present. I want to see you enrolled. Thank you so much, guys. We'll talk very, very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.